What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to Chilling Tales. Appreciate y'all for coming by. Like this video if you will, subscribe to the page, and paw that bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And blessings to my patrons. Links in the description below. So here I am on the Bear Mountain of Michigan. All right, and yes, as many of you were wondering in my last video, I'm prepared this time. All right, have my little hand cannon right there. You see that? Sticking out of there? Just in case. There has in fact been a bear spotted in this area not too long back. A black bear, but as many of you know who watch my channel, they can be quite devastating, and they often eat you while you're still alive. They're opportunists, kind of like me, but in other ways. So I'm kind of just keeping a lookout here, but nonetheless, let me tell you this story. So this bear attack literally took place at a location called Bear Mountain in New York. It involved two relatively young women. One was 30, one was about 42, just recently left her husband, and a young boy about 11 years of age. Now, what this bear did to these seemingly innocent people is abhorrent. All right? They weren't all that familiar with the fauna of the area. As mentioned, not many people speak in regards of black bears and the attacks that they inflict on people. They're scavengers. They often go through garbage. They'll eat whatever the hell they want. All right? So you guys got to be on the lookout and watch all these videos because it's good to keep perspective. So these women and the kid decided to go on a hike on a trail kind of like this one. High altitude. Look at this. You can see the water way behind me. We're way up on a freaking mountain here. All right. Just like the location these people were ravaged on. So they were walking and it started getting dark. The bird chirps began to cease. All right. And they knew that, it was just time to get back to the lodge. So on their way back down a trail very similar to this one, they heard something in the woods. I'm kind of on the lookout here because, like I said, there were black bears spotted in this area. And I don't really have bear bells on me or anything of that sort. But they heard the rustling. Oh my God, what was that? Said one of the women. And all of a sudden, on the trail, not too far in front of them, this black bear emerged. This massive, dark figure. This chiseled back. These long, sharp claws just digging into the earth. They saw it emerge on the trailhead. And it kind of kept its head low, just swaying it side to side. And then it vanished into the woods. So at this point, obviously, they were terrified. But they weren't entirely sure of what these animals were capable of. And they knew that they had to get back to their car, which was beyond where they just saw the damn bear. And it was getting dark. All right, so they did what they had to do. They decided to keep going. So they walked beyond the point where they saw that creature, they noticed the marks it made in the ground. Just the dirt it dug up and the massive holes from its claws. They could smell what hinted of urine and rotting flesh, often what these creatures smell of, a hint of fish and so forth. They knew they had to keep going, so they started hurrying along down the trail. And that's when they heard it sort of snort and a growl. And in that very moment, before they could even think about it, it pummeled into one of the young women, took her to the ground. At that point, the boy and the older of the two women, who was 42 years old at the time, they rushed in the direction they were heading. It was some sort of natural inkling to just run away, even though this woman was just attacked 5 feet away from where they were standing. And she screamed, "Oh, help me," just screaming right here on the trail. And the two started to run. Now they stopped. They ran down the trail. Oh no, oh no, oh, just running down the trail. And they decided for a split second to turn and look back, and they saw her again. And the bear started dragging her off the damn trail. And that's when she looked at the boy and she said, "Go get help." And she turned around and she came up over here. She grabbed whatever she could find in the trail. Just a stick that wasn't even very big, just a kind of a vulnerable stick. And she ran up to the bear and just swatted it across the head. And of course the bear lurched up and just boom, knocked her to the ground. And it began ravaging her body. So her friend lay here desolate, okay? Mangled. Her skin, her flesh festering. And the other woman is slapped on the ground just a couple feet away from her, and the bear is standing right here, hungry and pissed. It has this gash across its eye from the stick. And that's when it attacks the woman who hit it with a stick. It jumps on top of her and begins just desecrating her helpless, feeble body. Now, both of these women were small in stature, all right? They were quite vulnerable, quite easy for a predator to overtake. And that's sort of what happened here. The moans, the hisses, the screams, the shouts of death. The bear wrapped its jaws around her skinny little ankle, the younger of the two, and started just dragging her down a little hill like this with all the weeds, and her body would just smash and scrape against the stumps. And these women were lightly dressed, right? Just little athletic shorts and t-shirts. And it just drug her all the way down to the bottom of the mountain here. All right. And the other lady was here after she was pummeled by this bear, mauled by her, beaten, and she was just screaming bloody murder. Her screams were so loud and piercing that the bear actually came up back through the woods, leaving the body of the younger woman, coming back up here, grabbing the older one, and then dragging her back down the damn hill like it was trying to hide him. Like it was trying to cover its tracks, like a crime scene or something. I mean, I know that's not what was going on here, but that's just how these animals are, is they'll take their prey off to the side and they'll mark it. The boy ran way down the trail and made it to the lodge. Oh, the bear! There's a bear! It ravaged Mommy. It hurt Auntie. Auntie was gonna help, but Auntie stayed there to help Mommy, is what the boy was just shouting. right? So these rangers grabbed their rifles, got in their little ATVs. This happened just a couple of years ago. Look this attack up, Bear Mountain bear attack. They came down the damn trail with the boy, began searching for the bear. Now the bear was already alone now with these two women for about 20, 30 minutes, okay? It started gnawing at their limbs, just salivating all over them. And in the little cache it dug down here, it pissed and shit all over their carcasses, all right? Just emitting that stench from its body, just marking its territory, marking its cache, marking its kill, as they often do. The rangers showed up with the boy, and what they saw was horrifying. They saw this bear standing over the corpses, just muscles just protruding from its frame, just this disgusting slime spit, blood oozing from its jaws. It wasn't looking directly at them. It was kind of looking in their way, but not directly at them. Just it was out of breath because it put up such a fight against these two women. And it was a lot of work dragging them down the damn hill here. The rangers took their rifles. Shoot the bear, shoot the bear. Chambered around. Chambered another round. Chambered another round. Shot it 3 times. And the bear collapsed over one of the women's carcasses. So the rangers ran down there. The bear was still moving, just steam coming up from its body, smoke from the bullets, blood oozing all over the place. I mean, you couldn't tell it was mixed in with the blood of the women. They dug the bodies away from it, retrieved both. They had to dig them out. The women were half buried in a freaking cache. Their arms sticking out, their little toes sticking out, their clothes torn, bloodied, mangled, smelled rank of piss and bear scat. And they had to drag him out of there. Now, miraculously, one of these women survived. Be it she had massive wounds on her thigh, ankle, and breast from this creature of potential destruction. The other one lost her life, unfortunately. But I tell you guys these stories to keep you bear aware, all right? And this location isn't unlike the one where this very attack took place. So if you guys will like this video, no sponsors here, you know? I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm not trying to get you buy some cheap ass product, get you some course or whatever. My only sponsors are you. So become a patron if you want to support the Chilling Tales. And I will showcase on my Patreon page this insane bear attack. It's on video, the whole thing. I'll link it on my Patreon page. So I'll see you guys later. Peace be with you.